Hi everyone. Today is day 5 of Pretend Joy Challenge update. Since yesterday, we've had a snowstorm here in Kharkiv, Ukraine, and it's been super cold. Today is like minus 12 degrees centigrade, so I haven't dared yet to go outside. But yesterday I did, and oh boy. Uh, so, my update today is about how I'm feeling, how I embody joy. And this morning, when I woke up, I had this big realization about how I've been relentlessly pursuing love out there, outside me, from men, from friends, colleagues, everyone I come across, and how I love bomb them, friendship bomb, work bomb, care bomb people, and at the same time, I myself am starving for love and longing for love, and so there is this sort of like a cup with no bottom. And so all this love that I have inside, I throw it away while I myself am starving. And this big realization just hit me today, and I was feeling so sad. And by the way, this is my third attempt to record this video, and both previous times I recorded it with the record video function on Substack directly, and both times it failed to record. So now I'm just recording it elsewhere and I will upload it. So I don't know, today is not a Substack video day. So let's hope that this will be the best take yet. Um, so I had this realization and I felt sad, and I felt like all this heartbreak I had, and feeling all this lack of love and absence of love in my life. But in the meantime, I've been wasting my own love. And while I was feeling sad, at the same time, I felt empowered and relieved, and I felt like a boat that's been out there in the open ocean during the storm, and it was being thrown around, um, and desperate to get to the shore, but didn't know how. And finally, this boat made it into a safe harbor. So it turns out I have everything I need right here with me in my heart. And I have no idea how this will transpire, but I'm hopeful and curious to see. So here's what happened and how I come to realize this. So yesterday I bought like cat food for stray cats. Um, I'm helping to feed stray cats in my neighborhood, and there is a lady, a retired lady, who is running these feed stations around my neighborhood, and I supply cat food for her occasionally. And uh, I realized that, she with her tiny pension can barely feed herself, uh, much less so 30 cats. So I gave her some of my groceries, um, in addition to cat food. And yesterday, with cat food, I brought some like warm leggings for her and some chocolate treats. And I asked her, like, do you even need this? Like, do you need any warm clothes or anything? Another air raid alert. I don't know if you can hear it. It's the first one today. we like half we made half the day through without the air raids, but here we are. Anyway, continuing. And so when I asked her, do you even need it? Because I brought it, and she's like, oh yeah, definitely, because all I have is tights, and they're not warm. And so I went home to see if I have any more warm clothes that I'm not using, because most of my stuff is in the States, in New York. I was not sure if I have anything that would fit her. So I ended up packing two huge plastic bags with warm clothes. I got some scarves, some hats, so that she can choose the hat she likes. And I went back 15 minutes later, but she was not there anymore. So, on one hand, I was happy that she was not there because it was really freezing. But on the other hand, I was disappointed and with these two huge bags with me. So I brought them back home. And as I set them down, I look at them and I was like, oh boy, like I went really far, possibly too far. Like I imagine this lady's reaction when I show up with like these two huge bags. And that's when it started to hit. And there was something else that happened also yesterday. Um, my mentor, who lives in London and whom I miss so much because I haven't been back to London in a while, and he introduced me to somebody who um, potentially might have an interest in working with me. And he sent me just a few lines about the subject that interests him. And without even noticing, I wrote like this huge email, like a full blown research on the topic that he just tangentially like touched upon. And before he didn't send, I paused for a second and it was like, just imagine this person getting this huge email back before we even had our first introduction call. And I remembered that it's just what I do. Like I overwhelm people, I throw so much energy at them, and, you know, uh, in most cases, I either get shut down, ignored, ghosted. I basically scare people off with too much work. And kind of similar thing happened with the last client of mine when I bent myself over backwards, but still he was not happy. Uh, and so that's when I remembered my pattern with men, that I love bomb men, and um, they get scared because nobody's used to like compliments and just this well of love that I throw at them. And um, I end up getting ghosted or shut down and heartbroken. And that's when, like, this morning with all this and the catalyst for this realization was this recent exercise that my eye coach gave me. uh, if you saw previous videos, you know that I recently hired an eye coach to train my eye muscles because I have cross-eyedness when I'm tired or stressed. Like my left eye like looks inward and I can control it. And so, because I've been living in Ukraine with all the attacks and bombings, like I've been stressed out, and like it's like I can never see straight. Like I always see doubles, and it's weird. And so I finally said, okay, enough is enough, and I've hired this. I found this coach and I hired him. And there was this exercise, uh, emotional focus exercise that he made me do to put this focus inward on myself. Because when our session started, I started telling him about the murder of an innocent American woman by ICE in Minneapolis. And I must have been emotional. And he was like, oh, you really care about this? And I was like, yeah, of course I do. This is injustice. And he's like, well, how often do you scatter your energy? How often do you use your emotional energy on these other external things? And I guess that's when it started to hit home, and I realized, oh boy, I complain that I have no energy, and I blame perimenopause, and I blame PTSD, and I blame this and that, and demanding clients. But the truth is that I scatter my own energy elsewhere, and then I don't have enough for my own projects. Like I've been wanting to write a book for so long, and yet, it's still in like the very beginning. And the other book that I've been wanting to write is still like in my mind only. And uh, it all came together in this one realization that my relentless search for love been going on in this context of me having so much love to give, but misplacing it, giving too much of it to people who are not even prepared or ask for it. And so it's just like this weird, twisted shape where, on one hand, I am outpouring all this love, and on the other hand, like on the other end, I am starving and longing for love. And I was like, why am I not directing this love of mine onto myself? And that's what made me so sad, that I'm sitting by the ocean and I'm thirsty. And so today I made decision and set intention to direct this love, attention, focus, and care toward myself, to quench that thirst, to sort of fulfill my need for love with my own love. I have no idea yet how this can work or how this will look. So I just set intention. I want to give my love to myself. I want to fulfill my need for love. And I want to focus on myself and my joy, my well being, and be my own love of my life. So, what do you think? How does this resonate? Does it even make sense what I'm saying? Um, and did you notice anything like this about yourself? Or where is that disconnect is happening for you? Where do you overgive, overcare, overlove, while you yourself have experienced lack of love? And how can you direct that love towards yourself? Can you share any pointers, any tips for me how to do this going forward? Very curious. All right. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for more. Mwah.